Hey, how's it going, guys? And welcome back to another Stock Kings YouTube video. And today we're going to be going over Bionano Genomics, ticker symbol BNGO. Now we're going to be going over a massive catalyst that will be affecting BNGO next week on Tuesday. So if you have any interest in BNGO, you're definitely going to want to stick around and learn more about that and how it will be affecting the stock moving forward. We're also going to be going over some key conferences that BNGO has just been a part of and how this will also be affecting the stock price. We'll be going over technical analysis and some price targets as well, so you guys know some entries and some places where you can take some partial profits as the stock price moves up. But before we get into any of that, if you like this content, please drop a like, subscribe to this channel, turn on post notifications so you know whenever we put out new videos. I really do appreciate all the support on this channel. I am almost to 500 subs, guys. I really appreciate that. That is such a huge milestone for this channel, and it definitely motivates me to continue putting these out. But I also have my Instagram link down below, so if you want to follow that, I post new details about this channel daily. So if you want to keep up more to date with this channel and what's going on, please drop a follow on that as well. But let's get right into this daily chart here on BNGO. We're going to be tackling a naked chart here and kind of see where more recent price action has been resisting and supporting. So we'll be going over that a little later in the video, but I just want to check out some of the price action here. It looks like we have a pretty massive run up, all the way up to the $15 range. We come all the way down, cutting through the 50 EMA, coming all the way down to around 550. And then we have a little test of this 50 EMA, and then now it seems like we're consolidating, coming up recently on Friday of about 5%. But let's get right into this news here. We have BNGO attending two conferences. We have the Oppenheimer 31st Annual Healthcare Conference, which they attended March 16th through the 18th. And we also have them attending Maxim Group's Emerging Growth Conference, attended March 17th through the 19th. And I think it's huge that they're attending these conferences. They're getting news out there to potential investors and letting them know that the technology that they have with this Sapphire system definitely works, and it's definitely worth being invested in. So I think it's huge positive, huge bullish news that they are attending a bunch of these conferences and getting the word out there about this company. I want to go over what some financialists have said going over BNGO at this conference. We have a firm analyst, Kevin DeGeeter, talking to management to learn what's in store with this company. Now, Kevin DeGeeter is an analyst who is a huge bull about BNGO. He has just recently raised his price target to $15 on this stock price. Now, this is a massive increase from what the stock price is currently at $9. So we're looking at about a $6 increase from the current market price to Kevin DeGeeter's prediction of the stock price on what it can be. So he's definitely very bullish on the stock, and it is very important that we listen to what he says because he knows how good this company is. And he is definitely going to be asking good questions to BNGO's management and learning more about this company and what we need to know as potential investors. So what he discussed with BNGO is reimbursements. What he said was, given complex payer infrastructure in the US, DeGeeter said management has identified three pathways to reimbursement. 1. Applying for Z codes, for which the mechanism applies region-specific. 2. Applying proprietary lab codes, PLAs, which take the place of Z codes appended to CPT current procedural terminology codes, and/or 3. Labs existing payer contracts to provide evidence of technical validation. So I think these reimbursement methods are going to be very important because this is how BNGO is beginning their Sapphire systems to all of these scientists. This is how they're going to get more of the Sapphire systems to these scientists, and I think that is hugely important for BNGO, and it's very important as investors that we know how this is going to work as well. We also have him talking about it down here. Notable progress on development of LDTs, laboratory developed tests, and reimbursement is expected over the next year and year and a half, according to management. So they're going to be definitely developing this a lot more in this year and the next year, 2022. Clinical utility has already been established for the chosen indications and particular tests that Bionano hopes to replace with Sapphire-based LDTs in the majority of cases. Technical validation is the limiting step, and according to Gear, remains the key to reimbursement. So that is also very important as potential investors that we know that as well, and it'll be hugely affecting BNGO in the future. Now, the big news event that I wanted to talk about that will be affecting BNGO next week on Tuesday is their Q4 2020 financial earnings. And they will be releasing these earnings on March 23rd, Tuesday next week. So that is super important that we know this date. Mark it on your calendar, guys, because there will be a lot of volatility thrown into this stock on this date. And the results of these earnings will definitely be affecting this stock moving forward. Now, we talk a lot about earnings on this channel and how it affects the stock. How it affects the stock is totally up to these earnings estimates. So definitely pay attention to what analysts are saying for these earnings estimates. We have Zach analyst expecting earnings per share to be about negative 0.05 per share. So be aware of that for the per share earnings as well as revenues. Revenues are also very important going into these earnings announcements. Now, if they do have good earnings, that does not necessarily mean the stock price will go up. You can look forward to the stock running up prior to earnings. And then once the earnings are announced, you can expect a sell-off, people selling the news. What they are doing here is they are selling off the good news when the stock price is going up and trying to take profits early. So expect this stock to be coming up going into earnings and then selling down after the earnings are released. However, if you are long-term bullish on BNGO, you are definitely willing to, work through this sell-off a little bit because you expect this stock to go even further than this sell-off. Just be aware of that. And if you are a short-term investor, you may not want to be in this stock at all during this time because it will be very volatile. There will be a massive run-up, but there will also be a massive sell-down. So just be aware of that for both long-term and short-term investors. But let's get into this chart right here on BNGO. I want to kind of place some support and resistance lines. I like this as a key support here. You can see there's a massive sell-off here. However, buyers definitely held it just below the 722. So I would like to note that as a key support. We also have the next daily candle using it to bounce off of to continue up. And for more this consolidation of recent price, it's definitely been bouncing off this support as well. And we can keep probably a resistance about right here, and also be aware of this 50 EMA on the daily, as that will be a key resistance area as well. And also based on past price action over here, I like this as a support, but it will now be a resistance for us. And also price in this area seem to have tested this as a resistance as well. The next resistance area that I also like is right in this area. We can see price has come up to test this resistance a couple of times. And I also like the height of this stock around the 1550 as another key resistance on the daily chart. So if you are a long-term investor, definitely look for these as key areas to start taking partial profits as the stock price goes up. You do not want to keep your full position as the stock keeps going up, depending on how long-term bullish you are on the stock. If you're looking to hold down this stock for the next 10 years, by all means, keep your money in the stock. However, if you don't see yourself being in the stock for longer than a year, definitely start taking partial profits as this stock continues to climb. But let's get into some more short-term trades here on the 30-minute. For those of you who are looking to just get in and get out, there's definitely very key areas of support here on the 50 and the 200. So be definitely aware. Hopefully we can keep above these areas of support. You can see we ended just above the 50 EMA. So let's consider that an area of support here on the 50 EMA. So let's look to have price come down to this area. That will be your entry point to reject off of and continue up. We could also use this area as well as a key area of support. You can see price came right down to here and came right back up. So that is also a key area of support if it does break below this support. Now we have some massive candles in this area moving forward. However, it does look like price has respected this resistance right here at about 930. So we'll be looking to come up bounce off this support, come up to here around 930, break above this, and go up to 965. Looking at past price action, there's not a lot of support and resistance in this 1051 range. However, you can see here historically, price has respected this area around 1022 based on past price action. So we'll be making our trades based on these support and resistance lines, and I'll kind of show you guys what I'm thinking here moving forward. I will be expecting price to come down to 894, reject off of this support, and then off of that rejection, that is where I will be taking my entry. Our first price target is here, 930. We have stops just below. If you want to put it close to this 200 EMA, if you're willing to go through a little bit more of drawdown, that would be a very good area to have your stop loss. And I do like that as kind of a support as well. However, I did not draw any supports in this area. So we'll be looking for price to come up to a first price target here at 930, where we will be taking our first partial profit. We will then, after price breaks above this resistance line, we will then be using it as a support, moving our next price target to 965. We will then have our price here at our previous support. And then again, we have a massive stop loss. We definitely want to reduce our risk and make sure we do not enter any drawdown. If we leave our support down here below our entry, that leaves price the ability to come back down and take us out as at a loss, and we do not want that moving forward. Our next price target is up here at 1022. Once we break above 965, we'll be moving our price target to there. Price will then be in this area, and again, continuously trail your stop loss as price moves up to ensure that you're getting the maximum amount of gains. Make sure you're reducing your position as you're hitting your price targets and reducing your risk as price moves up as well by trailing your stop loss. We then have our final price target at 1051. And then price again will be moving up to this area. And again, at this time, you will be moving your stop loss up to ensure you are reducing your risk. But that is all the information that I had for you guys relating to BNGO. If you found value in this video, please drop a like, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications so you know whenever we come out with a new video. And I also have my Instagram linked down below if you'd be interested in following that. So as always, guys, good luck in the markets. Have an excellent day, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.